Welcome to the Leading RE Marketing Specialist Certification. I'm Matthew Ferrara, and in this module, we'll be learning how to effectively use social media in our marketing strategy. Let's get started. Our third social media module focuses on using Pinterest to build our business. First of all, what is Pinterest and why should we use it? Pinterest is one of the many niche social networks that's been evolving over the years. It doesn't have a lot of users, but there are 70 million people, 80% of whom are women. And that's important because in real estate last year, almost 20% of all homes were sold to single women. So there might be a crossover between these two networks. Pinterest also has a very high visitor rate. This means that the average person spends almost 14 minutes on Pinterest. That's second only to Facebook and significantly larger than any other social network. Plus, Pinterest users have twice the income level of Facebook. In fact, 1 in 5 Pinterest users makes over $75,000 a year in household income. So it looks like we have a very niche market here, and it could be the target demographic for your business. If so, Pinterest could be a good tool for you. Now, what is Pinterest? Well, essentially, it's a photo sharing site. Users create pin boards where they pin pictures of things that interest them, hence Pinterest. Now, it's really all sorts of products, places, people, services, etc. But it's just a place essentially where people come to dream. They see things that they like and they create a little pin board of it, and then they share those likes amongst each others. And of course, what do consumers really love to dream about? Real estate. So we want to make sure that if there's some dreaming going on about products or services or real estate, we're part of that adventure. Okay, how do you use Pinterest in your marketing strategy? Well, like all social networks, you're going to need to create an account, or you could just link it to one of your existing Facebook or Twitter accounts. Then you're going to begin by creating one or more boards that are essentially categories of your photos. They could be things like favorite places, or they could be amazing kitchens. It doesn't only have to be about housing. Think about everything related to your community, the neighborhoods you work in, and the business of real estate. Then you can upload photos directly if you happen to have some photos that are interesting and could create some conversations. Or more likely, as you're browsing the web, you'll see some photos that you'd like to collect into your pin board, and you can essentially repin them from another website into your Pinterest account. Now, after that, it's just like most social networks. Users can like anything that you pin, and they can even comment on them. This creates a little conversation back and forth, not unlike Facebook or even Twitter. They also can repin them from your boards to their boards, just like sharing or retweeting on Twitter. And this creates an opportunity for you to expand your networks, especially amongst people who have similar likes and dreams. And lastly, users can follow each other, just like Twitter, so that we'll know immediately when we contribute things to our pin boards, and of course, we can engage again. So how does Pinterest work as a marketing tool in real estate? Well, you could probably generate some ideas very quickly for boards that are specifically related to different aspects of real estate, different rooms in houses or areas of your town, special events going on, or things at your company. There's all sorts of angles in which you can collect great photos and share them with people who are following you or have similar likes. You also can post things and, of course, ask for feedback, and that feedback might be helpful to your seller. That feedback might be helpful to your overall marketing strategy, or simply to get an idea of what people are looking for in the marketplace. Now, keep in mind that many people will not only like a photo or comment on it, but they might click on it, which will take them from that photo right through to your website or social media page. This could actually generate some traffic to your listings, to your blog posts, or just your social environment in which you can keep that conversation going. Remember, you're engaging people who are in the dreaming phase of real estate. Get them talking about what they want, and it will be much easier for you to find the inventory or services to then fulfill it. One of the most useful aspects of Pinterest is as a research tool. Let's say you have a client with a Pinterest account. Well, why not get a better feel for their likes? Simply visit that account and flip through some of their photos. Perhaps photographically you can understand more of what they like or are dreaming of than they were able to explain on their own. In general, this is about monitoring trends and getting feedback. This also might be useful for advising seller clients. You could show some trends that are happening in these dream sharing websites, these social networks of people thinking about real estate, and use that information to help sellers make decisions on staging or perhaps repairing their home. All of these angles help improve your marketing plan and your value proposition, whether you're looking for buyers or working with sellers. Now let's review how to use Pinterest in our marketing plan. Pinterest is a photo sharing site, so we can use photos to see what interests people and learn more about their desires and needs. With Pinterest, you focus on visual cues, so this allows you to find a different way of learning about people and getting them engaged in conversations. And it's a good way to promote your products and services, your neighborhood, and your company using something as simple as a photo. Also remember that Pinterest is a remarkable research tool to keep an eye on trends, both locally and within your sphere of influence. Here are some activities you can do as a result of this module. First, open a Pinterest account and begin creating 1 or 2 test pin boards. Put some related images on there and go to others who have similar content. Make some friends and see if they'll comment or like your photos as well. And over time, see what images really resonate with the network you're able to connect with, creating some conversations that might go from simply rooms that we like, places we're interested in, to our housing needs and ways in which you can solve them. That completes this module of the Leading RE Marketing Specialist Certification. I'm Matthew Ferrara.